morning. Welcome back to another truck vlog. It's now Tuesday morning. It's almost 7 o'clock. I'm about to head off to Ypres to pick up one machine and one table. I'm delivering that just across the border in France, just at the region of Lille. After that, picking up one of our forklifts, bringing that to the warehouse, and then normally loading my truck for another week in France. This one's loaded, as you saw, just a big machine and then a smaller sewing machine. But yeah, I always like to come here a little bit before they open. They open at 8. I always try to be here at around 7:30 because coming in the driveway is pretty okay, but once it's 8 o'clock and it's open, half the driveway is filled with cars who have parked here, so it's a bit easier to come here a bit earlier. That way it's not as difficult to back into. Now it's about a 40-minute drive into France to drop these two off. I think dropping off should take about 10-15 minutes, something like that. And then it's off to our warehouse with a quick pit stop to pick up one of our forklifts from the workshop. Well, the machine is unloaded. My planning for the day didn't change, so I'm now on the way to the workshop to pick up the forklift. Then I'm bringing that to the warehouse, getting a bit of fuel, going through the car wash as well, and then yeah, help unload and load the truck and go for a trip to France. The old forklift is picked up. It was in the shop just to get its maintenance, and also we have forks which can slide out, so it's a bit easier to unload. So you can, 9 times out of 10, you can unload from one side, you don't have to open both sides. But on that forklift in particular, they were broken, they weren't sliding out anymore. But that's all fixed now. Now I'm headed to the warehouse. I'm dropping off this forklift and I'm dropping off my trailer as well. And then I'm going with just the front of the truck and my own forklifts on my trip to France. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit weird again to be half a truck, and it's also a bit more difficult to hang my own forklift on just the front of this truck because it hangs very low to the ground. You have to use chain spanners to get it a bit higher up, and yeah, it's very precise work to hang it on there. But once it's on there, it's sturdy, it's not going anywhere. You just have to look out for big uphills or big downhills so you don't hit your forklift in the ground. But yeah, so it's just the truck this week, no trailer. the truck is all loaded up. I'm now on the way to do my first delivery. That's about an hour drive. It's just a little bit past Lille, so it's very close. Also just a very small box, so it should take around 5 minutes to unload there. Then after that I'm gonna call my first customer for tomorrow morning to ask him what time I can come there to unload just one pallet, but Google tells me it's 9 o'clock. I'm hoping I can come there at around 8 o'clock or even 7 o'clock. That would be a lot better for me. And then once I delivered him, then I go to the region of Nantes, so a little bit past Le Mans. There I have quite a lot to unload, all glass, so and after that there's nothing in my planning. It's possible I'm coming back empty, it's possible that they find a return freight somewhere, but I'm with just my truck. I didn't even get to bring my forklift. Apparently I don't need a forklift for this trip, so I also didn't bring one with me. Makes it a bit easier to unload, makes it a bit more difficult for loading, because now I have to figure out where I'm gonna put everything so the customer can actually reach it. Because otherwise I just dump it in there, and with my forklift I can get basically anything out. But if the customer doesn't have long forks, it makes it harder to unload. But yeah, we just put the glass on the two sides, so with small forks they can take it. A bit more work for me to open the side, but yeah, it is what it is, I guess. So I was thinking about driving all the way to my customer for tomorrow morning and then sleeping across the street from him, because there's a supermarket there, so there was going to be a parking space. But it's already pretty late, and if I was going to finish there, then my 10 hours would have been finished. So what I did, I ended up pulling into a gas station about 45 minutes from my drop-off point. So yeah, that means that tomorrow morning around 8 o'clock I have to leave here. But today I get to stay within my 9 hours. I can probably take a shower here tomorrow morning. I'm gonna have a nice quiet night here, so yeah, I'm gonna go inside the gas station, check that out, and yeah, then I'm gonna call it a night. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, it's now 8 o'clock in the morning. I had my shower, had my breakfast, already did my inspection of the truck. Everything was fine this night, had a great night's sleep. It's now about an hour drive to do my first delivery of the day, so I'm gonna head out. I had my 11 hours off, but it doesn't really matter because I worked 14 hours yesterday. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna head off, do my first delivery, take a 15-minute break there, then do my second delivery. I'm gonna arrive there around noon, so try and take half an hour break there. Then finish 4.5 more hours of driving today, and then gonna call it a night. The first one is unloaded. Now it's headed off to the second one, which is about a 3-hour drive. Unloading here took a bit longer than I would have liked. It was just 2 people, there was no forklift, so we had to unstack the whole pallet to get it unloaded. And of course it's acoustic panels, so you have to be really gentle with them. If you make them dirty, if you put a scratch on them, if you break them, they're no good anymore, and they're very expensive for what they are. So yeah, but all in all, that's unloaded now. Now it's a 3-hour drive to do my second delivery, which is just within my driving hours. So then there, I take a 45-minute break and yeah, unload that customer and then start headed back towards Belgium, I guess. So I've decided to pull over to grab a cup of coffee and take a bathroom break. But yeah, I don't know how I keep doing this. So yesterday evening I parked up, and the minute I drove around the gas station for my parking spot, I noticed like, hey, last time I've gone to France in this region, I also parked up here and I also slept here. And now I take just the next exit I see to grab a coffee at the gas station. And the minute I arrive on the parking lot, I notice like, hey, I've been here before again. And I don't know how I keep doing this, but in some weird way I keep ending up at the same gas stations every time I go to France and every time I stop. So yeah, but anyway, I'm almost parked up, so gonna grab myself a cup of coffee and maybe next time try and find a new gas station to stop at, so I see something new instead of stopping at the same one every time. The last one is also unloaded. I just sent a message to dispatch, but they don't have any return freight yet. So for the moment I'm just gonna head back towards the warehouse. It's about an 8-hour drive, 9-hour drive, 690 kilometers. So I'm not gonna make it home tonight anyways. I can only drive 4.5 more hours right now. So yeah, I'm just gonna head back in the direction of the warehouse. Tomorrow around noon, something like that, I should arrive back at the warehouse. Unless they find a return freight somewhere, then I don't know yet. They're still looking, but yeah, knowing our company and finding return freights in France is always a little bit difficult. So I'm assuming I'm gonna head home empty. It's now 6:15 and I just parked up. I was planning on driving a bit further since I still have an hour of driving time left. But there are signs on the side of the roads which tell you which parking is full and which isn't. And the next one is the last one before you get to Paris, and the sign already said it was full. I was gonna be there at a little past 6, maybe 6:20, 6:30, something like that. So yeah, the chance of it actually being full are pretty high. And this parking still had quite some space available. So yeah, I stopped at this parking. I parked next to a fridge if the fridge turns on, I'm just gonna move and find another spot. But so far it hasn't turned on yet. But if it does, I still have some driving time left, I still have working time left, so I can just take my truck and move somewhere else. Since I'm a small truck, it's pretty easy to find another spot if I want to. But this one's close to the station, so it's easy for me to go and grab a coffee in the morning. And tomorrow morning I have 2 pickups to do in Belgium. After that, head back to the warehouse, unload those, and then pick up my trailer again. I'm almost done with my 45-minute break. Just went inside the gas station to grab myself another cup of coffee because I wasn't fully awake yet. So this morning I woke up, it was raining, it was pretty miserable. So I went out, I went to grab a coffee. When I came back, I did my checks. I got in my truck, turned it on, and it gave me an ABS warning. But it gave me an ABS warning for the trailer. And I figured, yeah, it does that sometimes, just an electrical issue, it'll go away. But then I looked in my mirrors and I didn't see the lights of my trailer, and I was like, oh damn, someone unplugged my trailer last night or something. And the minute I wanted to get out to go and check, like I did my checks, so how could I have missed that? I realized like you don't even have your trailer with you, you're just with your truck. So yeah, I wasn't fully awake this morning when I left. But yeah, mini heart attack. First thinking someone sabotaged my trailer for whatever reason, and then the realization like I didn't even bring it with me this entire week. But anyway, now it's still about an hour to do my first pickup. After that it's 30 minutes to do the second pickup, then going to the warehouse, getting fuel again, unloading that, hooking up to my trailer, and then maybe there will be work for Friday. But it are the holidays, it's pretty calm, a lot of our customers are closed as well. So it might be a very short week for me, but I'll find out when I get to the office. The plan changed a little bit. So one of the pickups I was supposed to do, that one fell away, so I'm not doing that anymore. I just done the other pickup. Now I'm heading back towards the French part of Belgium to do 2 more pickups there. One are roof racks and the other are like party tents. Then I'm going back to the warehouse to probably load a little bit extra and maybe unload a bit of this. Also pick up my forklift, which is going just on the truck. And then with that I'm supposed to go to the Netherlands. I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna leave today or if I have to leave tomorrow morning. I'm gonna find out the minute I get to the warehouse. But I'm already sure that it's just gonna be just the truck and the forklift for a trip to Holland. I'm all loaded up. I have 5 deliveries in the Netherlands, 1 again in Belgium. The one in Belgium is a bit helpful because that means that tomorrow afternoon when I'm empty I can choose whether I go over Antwerp or if I'm going over Brussels, which is gonna help me get home hopefully, because I still don't have my forklift. One of my colleagues is away with my forklift, but they're gonna send him to my house to give me it. So yeah, later on today I'm gonna have to pick up my forklift and my own house. And then tomorrow morning I'm leaving. My first customer opens a little bit before 7 o'clock. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna be there a little before 7 o'clock. So I'm the first one to load. Then I do 4 deliveries in the Netherlands and have 1 more in Belgium. And then it's straight back home. But if I calculate all the time I'm gonna need tomorrow with driving, I end up at around 9 hours 15, 9 hours and a half of driving time, and that's without any traffic on the roads. So that gives me about 30 minutes of playroom to make it home within my hours. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty tight tomorrow. I would have liked to leave today because my first customer is quite far away in Holland. It's at the top, and after that I'm going back to the bottom and then going back into Belgium. So yeah, I would have liked to leave today, but that wasn't in the cards. So my colleague came by. The forklift is hanging on the truck. As you saw, it's not really that easy to hang the forklift on the back of this truck, and also hangs very low, but it's on there. Tomorrow a lot of deliveries to make, so I'm not gonna film any of that. I had my nice trip to France. Tomorrow is just foot down Friday. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of my content, subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys in the next one.